What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph. You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, well they've been on the channel before, so they're not making their debut. We're coming back to Korn. Yes, indeed. Korn Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-boobidi bob, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all of those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Seth Murray, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 51% of the vote, moving up from number 720 in the queue, straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. They all want to see me react to this. It is Korn with a live performance of their song called Blind.
Oh, I'm blind.
Now, have I heard the song before? Full disclosure, yes, I have. If I'm not mistaken, this is, if I remember correctly, this is the biggest hit song that Korn ever had. It was like, it got a ton of radio play. There was a music video that had a ton of rotation time on MTV and VH1. You could not go anywhere without hearing this song. This song is still used to this day in sporting arenas, athletic events. You've heard, as a matter of fact, the last UCLA game I went to, they played this song at the kickoff. One of the kickoffs, after UCLA scored, I believe, they played this song. So yeah, trust me, I've heard this song before. Having said that, this is a live performance, so I've never seen them perform the song live to the best of my knowledge. Now, that being the case, full disclosure, full transparency, I'm not trying to fool anybody here. I will not be reacting to the song itself in any way, shape, or form. I will only be reacting to, evaluating, and scoring the live performance. Stage presence, stage energy, stage interaction, crowd interaction, showmanship, production. I will take how well they play the song in a live situation. I'll take that into account a little bit, but not the song itself. So please keep that in mind. This was posted by The Legacy of Honor, okay? And the video has 1.1 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. A link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Korn, Blind, live at Woodstock 99. Oh boy. One of the worst festivals in the history of music festivals. That was a bad one. A lot of bad things happened. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so glad I didn't go to that. Anyway, I digress. Let's get to this. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
creating that anticipation in the crowd. Everybody knows this song. There we go. The wave of people. Wow. Crowd is loud. Is it me or is the sound getting clipped? Like, before the full band kicked in, during the whole intro section, the guitars sounded a lot louder. The bass sounded a lot louder. It just seems like once the band kicked in, like they clipped something in the board. Maybe they might have popped something in the board, or maybe the board's just being overdriven. That's very possible too. This festival had a ton of technical problems. They were not ready for the crowd. They were not ready for the weather. They were not ready for the bands. Let's be honest here. There were some bands there that honestly had no business being there at all. And a lot of the problems were caused by those bands. I'm not going to say which band. There's one band in particular that I'm talking about, that I'm not going to say they caused the problems, but at the same time, they saw the problems and they encouraged it to continue. It's like, I don't know if that was the best decision to do there, buddy, but okay. But there was a ton of issues with this festival, and I'm wondering if it's the reason that the sound is so quiet is because did they pop the board? Are they clipping the board? Is the board being overdriven, and as a result having to clip the sound down? It's possible. It's definitely possible. Then again, it could just be the uploader. The uploader may have just the uploader of this video may have edited the video and turned the sound down for some reason. I don't know why, but trust me, I know a lot of people right now are listening to this as I'm listening to it, and they're going, I can barely hear anything. Trust me, I'm with you. I'm with you. Believe me. I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing it myself. As far as the stage energy goes, it's about what I was expecting. It is. I'm seeing movement. I'm seeing motion. Not seeing any crowd interaction, really. Not seeing any stage interaction, really. But bands at this time period really weren't known for that. So, but there is stage presence for sure, and there is stage energy, just not a whole lot of interaction. Anyway, let's keep going here. It's really hard to hear. You can hear the crowd though, loud as day. No problem.
Come on.
You told the mosh pits that, hey, the song ended. Not sure if you noticed, but yeah, the song's over. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things to talk about, but honestly, not a lot. So this is probably going to be a short review. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Korn with a live performance of their song Blind. This was a request from Seth Murray, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 51% of the vote, moving up to number 720 in the queue, straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. Okay, before I give my score, I just need to say this again in case people skipped over the beginning and, you know, didn't hear what I had to say. I have heard this song before. I've heard this song more times than I could possibly count. This song was a big hit for Korn. I don't know if it's the biggest one they ever had, but I know it's one of the biggest. It had a ton of radio play. It had a music video that got a ton of rotation time on MTV and VH1. It's been used in movies, television shows, commercials, ad spots, ad campaigns. It's still used to this day in sporting events. I mean, like I said, I just went to a UCLA football game and they used this song before the kickoff. So yeah, this song is still prevalent out there. So yeah, I've definitely heard the song before. So as a result, I can't take the song into account at all. I can't do it. I am basing my score completely on the live performance. It's far more about what we saw than what we heard. I am taking how well this played the song into account slightly, but for the most part, it's about the live show. So please keep that in mind. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that live performance, I'm going to give it an 8.1. Yep, 8.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, let's go down the checklist. Stage presence, yes, check. They had that for sure. Stage energy, again, yes, check. They had that for sure. Stage interaction, no, they did not have any. Not one person on the stage interacted with another. They were all in their own little world. It didn't look like a band. It looked like a bunch of individuals on the stage. So I wasn't the biggest fan of that part. Crowd interaction, check. Yeah, we had some crowd interaction, both from Jonathan Davis up at the front, interacting with the crowd, talking to the crowd. I also saw some crowd interaction from the two guitar players, moving up to the front of the stage, looking out into the crowd, pointing into the crowd. That was nice to see. I was glad to see that. So yes, crowd interaction, check. Showmanship, I'm gonna give it a check with the just by the skin of their teeth on that one. There was some movement and motion creating energy. There was, and when they would move and when they would headbang, it was intense. It was definitely intense. And then they would stop and they would lurk around the stage. And then they would go back into headbanging at 150%. So, I mean, showmanship was there. It was a little strange. It was a little disjointed. It was a little weird, but it was there. Production, it's a festival. You know, unless you are the headliner, you're going to have a hard time having any kind of production that you want. You got to just kind of work with what you're given. And given the state that Woodstock 99 had, I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised the production worked as well as it did. We saw those Roman candles going off in the crowd. I don't know if that was part of the show, if that was planned, or that was just, you know, fans that brought those and were lighting them off. I mean, that's very possible. It didn't look all that well timed, so I'm assuming that was the crowd. Yeah, there wasn't a ton of production, but when it comes to my scale of importance, production's at the bottom of the list, unless you're a production-based band. At that point, your production better be on point. No, but production really wasn't that big of a deal for this. It is a great score. It would have been better if I had seen some, you know, even if the guitar players had just come together and played to each other a little bit, I could say that was interaction. We would have gone up a little bit. I don't know how much, but it would have gone up a little bit. The sound quality on this video, let's be honest, was garbage. Now, I don't know why that is. I don't know if it was the person who uploaded this. I don't know if the Legacy of Honor edited the sound down for some reason. It sounded clipped to me. Like, every once in a while, you would hear, like, the beginning of a chord, and it was loud, and then it would just, boom, just quickly come down. I'm wondering if Korn were clipping the board. That is a possibility. And as a result, the resulting sound quality of the video got severely reduced. I know there were a ton of problems with equipment, sound, lighting, all over this festival. This festival was a nightmare. It was one of the worst run festivals in the history of music festivals. Poorly staffed, very poorly organized. There was a severe shortage of porta potties and water. Oh my God, I heard water. People were selling water for like 20 bucks a bottle from what I heard. And that was back in 1999. I mean, that was like ridiculous, but that goes along with the rule of supply and demand. People needed water, people wanted water, and water was in very, very short supply. I heard that there was more focus on not even merch. It wasn't even the band merch. It was just like concessions. You know, I heard concessions were outrageous. Like, you know, I heard people were paying upwards of, you know, $25 to $30 for a frickin' hot dog. It's like, dude, you gotta be kidding me. It was one of the biggest disasters as far and biggest spectacles of greed and free enterprise that you've ever seen. And it was just ridiculous. So if people ever want to see a festival that was poorly run, this is it. Exhibit A. It was a terrible festival. I was actually thinking about going to it. I was. When I heard that it was being announced and I saw the lineup of bands, there were a few bands I was interested in seeing, and I was like, you know, maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll go. I'm so glad I didn't. With all of the problems and the destruction and the violence and everything else that happened there, I am so glad I did not go. Anyway, that could be why we had the poor sound quality. It could have been equipment failure. It very well could have been. There's a number of reasons. All I know is the sound quality was garbage in this video. I did hear the song. I had to struggle to hear it. It sounded like they played it well, so I guess we'll give him that. So yeah, 8.1. It is a great score. It did look good. It was about what I was expecting from the live show. So yeah, I got no problem with it. It looked good. So yeah, 8.1. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. 8.1, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.